this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Thursday, January 21st. And today the moon moves into Cancer, and we have the moon is in a quincunx with the sun in Aquarius until a little after 12 p.m. So what that says to me is there's a little bit of a rocky morning until we hit about that first lunch break, at least in America anyway, and I am on Pacific time, just an FYI. So let's talk about a little bit about the energies that are at play, because this is kind of one of those days it's going to be up and down, much like Cancer energy. So Cancer energy is just this emotionally motivated energy. When you have the moon in Cancer, it's just emotional energy that's motivated, and it usually has these like highs and lows in energy, and they really honestly don't have a lot of control over what impacts the highs and lows. Often it's just this intuitive response to energy that has them dip from a high and a low. So today we have a beautiful water trine, and a water trine means that we're highly in tune with energy. We're highly in tune with others. We have this almost psychic connection with the emotional well-being of not only ourselves but others. And so we have to have respect for that, because what that can create is very, very, very turbulent waters in the way that we express, interpret, and react to emotional situations. So I just want to let you know, and this is only till about 12 that we have this response. So what makes the energy turbulent? Well, what makes the energy turbulent in today is the fact that we have a moon in Cancer in a quincunx until about 12 with the sun in Aquarius. So there is going to be this need for you're going to have an emotional response, an intuitive response to energy. And then you have the sun in Aquarius that is disconnected and wants to follow the desires and is very logic based. So you're going to have logical energy coming up against emotional energy. And so it's almost essentially like Spock. You know, if you've ever watched any old Star Trek, which I'm a Trekkie, there are times when he is confused by the fact that he has an emotional reaction to a logic-based situation, and that is what you're going to have. You're going to want to be logical, and your desire, your core, is going to seek logic in this situation. But there's going to be an immediate emotional reaction to whatever situation that is calling to you. And so the energies that we have at play in this trine that we have going on today is we have the moon, which represents your emotions, which is in Cancer, which is usually has to do with home and family, nurturing, being nurtured, feeling accepted, roots, ancestry. We've got Neptune and Pisces and part of the trine, which this has to do with processing all of our subconscious wounds, the area that we suffer, the area that we elude ourselves from or delude ourselves from in some way, or we escape reality. And then we have the other part of the trine, which is in Mars and Scorpio, which is how we would really passionately think about pursuing what we desire, and the depths of how we desire it. You know, the way that we deal with the depths of what we desire, what is fueling what we desire? Is it this really positive energy that allows us to move forward and, you know, have just determination, or is it psychologically driven? So we have this trine today, and trine energy is truly this harmonious flow of energy, but in water. So for some of you that are not used to feeling this much water energy, you want to be logic based, and you're coming up against this amazing just harmonious flow of water energy. So no matter what you do, if you're a logical based creature, you're going to come across the stream that you have to get across, and it's turbulent water, right? Because the trine is, no matter, you can't deny the trine energy in today. You're going to have to go through the water to get to the logic. And there lies that quincunx energy until about 12 today. And you know what? I actually just really want to process this situation emotionally. I want to process my day unemotionally, detach from it, look at the potential in the energy, pull out what I need to do and look at it from a progressive energy stance. But then you're going to have this stream that you have to get through where you have to actually deal with water energy. So this has to do with your psychology, your coping methods, the way that you escape, the way how you suffer. When you're in a highly emotional state, you're going to have to take a look at this from the vulnerability of, how did I grow up? How did I normally process these things? How was I shown to process these things? Am I dealing with some sort of home and family issue that makes it impossible for me to just be logic-based today and future-based today? And then, are you dealing with some sort of psychological issue? Is that impacting what you desire or the result that you desire or the energy that you're connecting to? Remember, this is highly intuitive energy. Water energy beats the energy of sun in Aquarius, and the sun in Aquarius energy doesn't like to, stop. So it's almost like you have a war going on with inside of yourself. You have this highly intuitive, if you're an empath, if you are connected to intuitive gifts, and then you have it coming up against this logic-based progressive energy that's saying get over it, desire what you want, not what you can't have. But then there's this pool of this Neptunian and Pisces energy in this trine saying, you know what, before you can do that, you got to do that. And the trine beats the sun in Sagittarius. There lies the quincunx. So let's talk a little bit about the energy today. So I want to talk about what's positive so that we can attach to the positive forms of vibration for some of you that are caught in this quincunx situation. Progressive forward-thinking energy will revitalize a goal that you wanted that may be past related. Again, we're reflecting, Mercury's in retrograde right now, which is in Capricorn energy, which is in our goals and our desires of our past, our outcomes that we were fixating on in the past. Where did they go wrong? How can we make them right? You may be contacting people from your past or referring to the goals. Maybe somebody from your past regarding those goals may be contacting you, or past relationships may be contacting you. So you're processing all that, and with that comes a little bit of vulnerability. Well, in the past, I had this pain attached to that past goal, so I need to process that. Your mind will be hungry for stimulating mental activities. This is an excellent time to research. Blessed energy today may guide you to find the answer. If I would encourage you to stray a little bit away from the sun and Aquarius energy and attach a little bit to this harmonious trine that we've got going on. Reflect on the energy that you think that you need to. But I do believe the most progressive energy in today has to do with the trine energy that we have going on in water. So highly intuitive energy, psychic energy, processing emotional issues that are past-based, applying some logic to them, seeing them for what they are, using the higher mind and the lower mind to interpret what we're dealing with. And we still are in progressive energy, but probably not in Aquarian progressive energy until we kind of release this water trine. Negative vibration is we're holding on to the past. If an opportunity no longer is progressive, you may lower your vibration. Again, when we're in reflective energy, now we've got Jupiter and Virgo in retrograde, which is in all of our routines. And that is processing our day-to-day routines. That's processing our mental well-being and health routines. It's processing the way that we work and our work routines. And that is our day-to-day life. That's in retrograde. So we have a lot to assess. You know, where did things go wrong? Where could we have allocated more time for emotional security in these situations? Where did we apply more logic and life, material desires as opposed to water-based fulfillment? We may be kind of reflective in today's energy. We may be holding on to this energy. This is limiting and restrictive energy, and it will make you endure very troubled waters until about 12. So some of you may just wake up with this just like emotional heaviness that you probably don't understand. Some of you may, who are water-based signs or have a strong water influence in you, may just wake up with this beautiful, harmonious feeling of emotional fulfillment in your psychology, in your emotional well-being, in your home and family, and in, you know, what you deeply desire. For some of you that have processed, been elevating yourselves, working in the highest forms of vibration, just remember that this energy is one of those energies wherever you are escaping or not attaching yourselves to the reality of the situation, that's where you're going to be experiencing this energy. But I think that for the most of you, again, we're going to experience like a release about mid-afternoon and into the evening. We have this like emotional jolt, right, in this water trine, and then we process, and then we get the rest of the day to process it logically, which is a blessing in itself. You know, I would hate for the water trine to be there all day, and for some of us to be working in the lower vibration and have troubled waters all day, because that's not what the energy is supporting. It's a beautiful day. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow.